Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about everything when it comes to lake living, but we're talking about your most affordable lake living. We're talking about under $1 million, sometimes even all the way down into the mid eights.
Yep.
Fully decked out, walked out basements, move-in ready, and you're gonna wanna stay till the end because the last one actually just became available. It's a model we haven't shown before. It's a model we're not showing in the first two model clips. So you're gonna wanna stick around and check it out.
That's right. And what's unique about this video, guys, is we're gonna give you a view at a model home, right? Model home, all decked out the best it can be. And then we're going to see the real life move-in ready version that's available now and how that compares to the model itself.
Stick around, check it out. Believe it or not, sometimes folks like seeing the vacant side of things because they can see what they can do with something versus something being overly modeled from what the builder did. But either way, it's exciting, a super fun one. Check it out. All right, guys, getting right to it, we're gonna be talking about Richmond American Homes. We are in South Shore. We've been here before, but we have not highlighted these homes. You heard the price point correct, but what's really cool is Richmond is unique in a sense of they include basements. And some of these that we are showing are walkout basements. And yes, they are also still available. So let's get right inside. Let's start looking at some of the details as far as what it includes, how big they are, their layouts, et cetera, et cetera. So follow me. Something fun. It isn't just Richmond American, by the way, but they do a great job at it. But your indoor, outdoor living, just in Colorado, especially with new builds, but specifically today for Richmond American, your living space as far as the oversized islands and countertops. But then, as you can see, everything flows right into the living room and then out into your outdoor space. Fall, a lot of winter, definitely spring and early summer before it gets like too hot. You've got a lot of opportunity when it comes to incorporating outside with your inside with Colorado. The number one reason, in my opinion, why this is doable, where you can open these up and actually have indoor and outdoor all mingling together, is because we don't have a lot of insects here. We don't have a huge bee season. We don't have a huge moth season. Mosquitoes kind of come around for a week or so, but when it comes to the rest of the states that you guys are probably coming to, extremely low bug and insect rate, which is my favorite part about it. So when you guys are doing something like this, believe it or not, even like on a day like today, there's not one fly, there's not one bug flying in and out to where you're concerned about having your wall open up to your house.
All right, now one thing I love about this model in particular is they actually have a formal dining room. That's a feature that we've seen come and go all throughout real estate trends, but I'm really glad it's starting to come back because people found when they got rid of it that they kind of missed it. So now that the formal dining room trend is coming back, builders are doing a little bit differently to where it is just much more open and flows as part of the home. It doesn't feel like this closed off room that's kind of tight, that's gonna be hard to get 12 people into during Thanksgiving. So if you guys see this one, this is right off the main entrance. You have a huge, just open wall right here. And then you have plenty of windows and natural sunlight. So even though it is a formal dining room per se, it still feels like it's 100% part of the home and will actually be a lot more usable than the traditional style that they used to have.
Just a little sneak peek. A lot of you asked, just because you have the dining room does not mean you have to sacrifice your office. So we're downstairs in this Seth model. As you guys can see, I'm a bigger guy. This is big, right? Tall ceilings, plenty of open space. This right here, as you guys can see, for entertainment, almost like for cards or for dominoes, whatever it may be. Really nice, but as you can tell with these two egress windows, this could also be a bedroom here with plenty of space, correct? So, but for now, for the model home, they have it more of like entertainment space. But follow me, let's go back to the bedroom. More open space here. And then down this hallway, which is nice because you've got privacy from that entertainment space. You've got bedroom, still tall ceilings, which is nice, but check this bathroom out. Standing shower, super popular, full-size bathroom. And then back out to more open space. And it's nice when they do this. So this seems super simple, right? But when you guys have company that comes into town, typically they'll take the room in the basement. What's nice about having that standing shower is more times than not, you just don't need a tub downstairs. You've got adults or family members that are in town that are staying, that's standing preferred, and that's standard, right? So super cool. Man, I think we should go upstairs. Let's check out what Eli has to say, if he's got anything to say. Upstairs. Yeah, this is called the lower back walk upstairs walk.
Now, one of my favorite features about the Seth model, and this is a feature you'll find in a lot of Colorado new build communities, is right at the top of the stairs here, we have this completely open loft area. Now, the Seth model already has 6 bedrooms as it is, so this could be finished off as another bedroom if needed, but what's really nice is when you just have a big central area where people can hang out and congregate upstairs. So it's more than just your bedrooms, because if you don't have this, then this kind of goes unused throughout most of the day up until nighttime and you guys kind of all come up to bed and stuff like that. So for those of you guys with like kiddos or a ton of toys, I know in my house, this would officially be the toy room. It would just be big trucks and play sets everywhere. This is extremely handy. And again, coming to the usability of the basement, this gives you a ton of usability and practical building practices are gonna be so usable for your family up here in the upstairs as well.
I find it every time. I feel like, I guess I'm the wife in this whole thing with Eli, but check this out. It never gets old. Maybe it's because I'm the one with 3 kids. Upper level laundry. Guys, this is something that not every new builder does. More common now than it used to be. Definitely not pre-existing homes unless they're probably 3 or 4 years old, but what's really nice is little things like this that just become standard. It's right here by all of your bedrooms. It's upstairs. It's amazing. All right, there you have it. So we've seen the Seth. We're gonna go into one more. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go see the Yorktown. Really like this build. I wanna see what you guys think. But this one here, as it sits, is probably gonna sell. And I think I said the model is going on the market next month. So if you're watching this, typical to the first couple weeks as far as our channel, this is probably still gonna be available as far as any early interest, and it will be live next month, but they're gonna be selling this one for under $1 million. So we talked about price points, some of them starting at $630. Still have inventory like that. This one specifically a little bit bigger. Obviously it's completely upgraded. It's a model, right? So it's gonna go for a little bit more, but for 6 bedrooms, and you could easily have 7 or 8 if you guys restructured that basement. Under $1 million, completed basement, South Shore. You've got 2 of these clubhouses. We're gonna talk about that in a little while. You also get state passes to the reservoir, right? So just, I'm partial because I live over here in this community. Amazing. All right, so as you guys walk in, you've got this main living area. You've got your oversized countertop and kitchen. And you've got this dining room area here / you could use for breakfast as well. You've got the open space out back. So a little bit different in the sense of this home being 200 square feet smaller than the first one that we saw. So Yorktown, slightly smaller. I like how private it is because a lot of your space that you're gonna be entertaining is toward the back of the house. Can't see much from the front. Personal preference, but I don't know, I like the flow of that. As we move across down here, follow me really quick. So we kind of lose out on that dining room that we talked about, but you still have space for it right here in the back of the house, but you don't miss out on a slightly bigger office right now, but really cool, super functional. And you've got restroom and an oversized closet / mudroom right here, right by the garage. All right, guys, on our way down, still tall ceilings, still really big, oversized. You've got this area that we've talked about before in the other build. This is your conforming basement size windows that would actually count for county records as a basement. We've talked about this before. Long story short, in order for a room to count as a basement, and I'm explaining this because a lot of you come from places that don't have basements, right? So this window has to be able to fit a firefighter with their gear down and in for it to be qualified as a conforming window, which then would allow this space to be a bedroom. So if you were to sell this home, if this were a bedroom, county says that's approved, we will count this as a bedroom, which means your appraisal price goes up, right? So long story short, that's what that is. That's what I'm always talking about, conforming windows, but this could easily be a bedroom. You've got some living space here, entertainment space, and then back here, this is where you actually have an amazing bedroom and again, a full-size bathroom. Super similar as far as design and layout of bathroom and bedroom, just in slightly different positions from the last time, or excuse me, from the last model. All right, so before we get to the primary, I want to talk to you guys about this loft space. We talked about it in the other model. We are in the Yorktown specifically, so 200 square feet smaller, right? But I feel like, as you guys can see, this area almost looks bigger than the other model. I don't know, and you would think like, okay, well maybe it's less bedrooms upstairs, but it's not. You've got your 3 bedrooms plus the primary, but could just be layout and how they structure it. Either way, really cool, really big, really fun. One thing that's super fun about buying these model homes sometimes, especially with these coming on the market in about a month, is a lot of times they'll do something different within like main areas of a primary bedroom or kitchen areas or whatever it may be, or primary bathrooms to just show you guys what they're capable of or what your options are. So in that other model we were looking at, you guys had the standalone bathtub, which is really cool. But in this one, they did something a little bit different when it came to the shower. Check it out. Okay, so not trying to be funny, guys, this is what we literally do for clients that are out of state that are looking at, you know, how big our dimensions when it comes to homes, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of times they have me get into the bathtub or the shower to just display to them how big it is. So as you guys can see, Will can shower in here. And what's really cool is right over here, you've got your drying area. So once you're out of the shower, come over here and dry off. Now this seems super romantic as far as like just fancy, et cetera, but depending on what your needs are, maybe something like this is more applicable to what you need versus the standalone bath. We love the look of a standalone bath. If it weren't for having young kiddos that are 1.5 years old, giving them a bath, we wouldn't have it, right? A lot of times folks don't use them. So something like this, really cool option. All right, so we've seen the Seth, we've seen the Yorktown, both amazing. Couple different options as far as layout. One slightly smaller, but maybe had a better option as far as shower. And just like that layout in that loft. I want to say it's not bigger, but for some reason it did feel like it was bigger. Now that you have seen both models and what a model home looks like as far as every upgrade possible, let's go check out some of their inventory just so you guys can get some perspective on what that looks like. No, we're not going inside. We're not going anywhere until we remind you that we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more help with those real estate needs. So that number that's popping up below, we are the guys transfer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So we can help you. We would love to. That being said, let's check out this next model. All right, guys, here we are. We're going to start with the Yorktown, and then we'll move across next door to the Seth. These are move-in ready. They are vacant. Not going to say much. You guys have already seen what's possible with these when it comes to the model homes. However, keep in mind, both of these 2 available spots have walkout basements. Super enjoyable, especially for entertainment. So let's go inside. Let's take a look. Okay, I lied. We're gonna stop some of the actual fun and letting you guys see everything inside of the home. But one thing that is a little bit different, even though you see that this is a covered patio, same square footage, right? But when you're in a walkout basement home, you get a little bit of added space here for the stairs that go down. More importantly, as Eli's gonna show you guys if we can, you guys are obviously elevated from ground level, and you've got this amazing view of open plains, Blackstone golf course, all of this overflow water area, like just really quiet, really beautiful, and something that you just don't get when you're on the ground level of a patio. So even though it's the same square footage, same house the same, you're up, you're 20 feet up in the air, your view's amazing, really nice. Like you could definitely sit here and just imagine like what these plains look like and the rainstorms coming in across like the golf course. If you have a megaphone, maybe you could heckle golfers from here. I don't know. Either way, really cool. Now this here behind you, you guys have like an overflow area. This is for rains and floods, et cetera, et cetera. What does that mean for you? Well, it definitely means that you're not gonna have any neighbors behind you. This will all stay open space. It means your views are not gonna be obstructed. And it will definitely be quiet, pretty, peaceful. Yeah, everything you guys want.
All right, now as you guys can see, we just came out the sliding door down here. And if you notice when we were coming through the basement, guys, we can actually come right back in here. There is much more natural light down here than at the previous model where they had a standard basement non-walkout. So this is something where, especially if you're gonna have like a mother or father-in-law or family members visiting consistently, and maybe they're gonna have their own little special space down here where they're not gonna feel like they're stuck in a basement, right? Definitely just carries over the indoor-outdoor vibe like we saw at the other models, but you get to experience that downstairs. Now, one other thing I wanna point out to you guys over here is the unfinished portion of the basement. And I always love when builders make ample room for this unfinished area, because this is where you're gonna put a lot of your storage. Again, here in Colorado, guys, we do not have really usable attics like a lot of you guys do on the East Coast or other parts of the US where you guys are doing a lot of your storage. So in our basements, this is where, as you're finishing it out or having a builder finish it out, it is important to leave an area like this, obviously for your mechanicals, but then just for all your storage of just kids' clothes, holiday items, all the things that you typically might put in an attic somewhere. And one more thing worth adding is that this does come standard with carpet, but you definitely have the ability to swap this out with wood or a nice LVP, luxury vinyl plank, if you are gonna be doing a lot of entertaining down here and you just want that little more luxury feel.
You guys know the drill. Next one available, Seth.
All right, so we are coming into the Hemingway model. This one actually just came back on the market. They're just about to close, end up needing to come back on, and it is at an exclusive price just for you guys, actually under $900 with the finished basement. So we're sitting at about 3,700 total square feet, 5 beds, 3.5 baths, and this is actually the only model with a 3-car garage. So definitely something that is really important if you're living in Colorado.
All right, there you have it, lake living, affordable lake living, everything that you guys need to know. We're sitting down, we're tired. We've been showing you guys homes all day, but we're not gonna leave without reminding you that we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And just as much as we love making these videos, we love more to help you with those real estate needs. So the number that's popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to. But with that being said, see you guys on the next video.
See you guys.
P.S. You guys want to hear what it sounds like to almost be 40 and get up?
Oh, God, I know, right?
Sounds about like that. Probably about time for you guys to leave. See you guys soon.